Yeah, I'm intense. Welcome to the CCO Pre-Show for episode 493.
493?
I hope so, because I don't have my computer in front of me.
Holy shit.
Yes, sir. We're brought to you by the wonderful patrons at patreon.com/CCO podcast.
Whether they like it or not.
And they don't.
Well, fuck them then. I guess we're done.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's get out of here. That's good. All right.
That's it.
There we did it. So we're going to jump right into it today, Ryan.
Sure.
Jump right into it. We had some comments on the last video. I was very excited to talk about last week's deck. Very excited. But you know what we didn't talk about? The deck. We just talked about the new cards. And here's the thing. The new decks, because they have so many new cards in them, do the thing. Last week's deck, power 3 or less in the bin, then they come out of the bin. That's what the deck does, and it does it well. Today we're going to talk about the Final Fantasy X deck. You know what it does?
Tomorrow.
Counters. And you know how it does it? Very well. And the other two decks are the same. They do their shit, and they do it well. So telling you that the equipment deck does equipment good is kind of a waste of time when there's 25 really cool new cards to talk about.
Oh, but Uncle Brando, what about the reprint of Swords to Plowshares?
Do you not have a Swords to Plowshares?
What about the reprint of Arcane Signet?
Do you not have an Arcane Signet?
But it has a new art.
The arts are great.
What about Command Tower?
Also great.
Oh my god.
There you go, right? Like, it's good. Like, the reprints are really cool. The new arts are actually stupendous. I've been been combing through them all week, looking at all the cool new stuff.
Can I say something about that?
Tell me.
The reprints with new art that don't look like Final Fantasy art?
Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, none of them really. They're fine. They look like Magic art with Final Fantasy shit in the thing.
Sure.
Right? Like,
yeah, I agree, because I know everything about Final Fantasy, as evidenced last week.
As a game, we've been talking like what do you call them? The Beyond Time. Those ones are what they are, and you can love them or you can hate them. I've seen both sides of the coin.
I'm coming around on those, actually.
And I'm fine with them. I still think they kind of look like Etsy proxies, but you know what?
Also, yes.
They're cool. There's some cool ones. There's some that I kind of wish they had picked better art. They did Kefka as Perfuro, so I'm going to get me one of those. That's going straight into Norn, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, do you got a Perforos that does not look like a Perforos?
I don't. I'm about
That's
to.
That's like a new card to you.
I know.
That is like a new card.
Yeah.
It doesn't even exist, and it's like, hey, this should go in Norn.
That's going to cost so many dollars, though.
Oh.
Because it's got to be foil, and it's an Amana Yoshitaka, and it's Kefka. Holy God, I hope I open one.
Kefka. KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kefka.
Correct. Yes. But the point is, the decks kind of do what they do, and they do it well, and they're very well done. And the reprints aren't I'm not going to say they're spectacular, but they're not terrible. There's lots of $2, $3 cards.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's all the stuff that I would come to expect in a Commander Precon, along with like 15 or 20 $1 non-basic lands, which is completely serviceable to make a 3-color deck work, because that's what they all are, right? 3-color?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think whenever we see a Universes Beyond deck, it sort of sets a new bar for what is a bracket 2, like a core deck, like a pre-con power deck. Think of Warhammer 40K.
Jesus.
The Necron deck in particular, the mono black ones slapped.
Were crazy,
Yeah. And then the Lord of the Rings ones, like, oh my God.
Except for the voting one.
Yeah, that one can pound sand. But the other 3 were actually really good. The Doctor Who ones, timey-wimey, was like, woof.
Yeah.
Really good. And these ones, I think, never mind. Fallout 2, the Fallout one, the Mothman one, with rad counters.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good for how not good rad counters seemed like they were going to be.
Yeah.
I think the Final Fantasy decks are going to follow suit.
Although I think that Final Fantasy decks, are going to, because they're less specific on a weird, like the Doctor Who ones, for example. used a bunch of either just inside of them mechanics that only worked within the set, or they picked up on things like suspend and time counters.
Very acute, I would call that.
Yeah, just stuff that nobody was really doing unless you're playing Joyra of the Gitu. If you're doing that, that's fine. Whereas I think that the Final Fantasy ones, you're going to see these be very, very upgradable. Because Mardu out of the graveyard little stuff, or just counters the deck in Atraxa colors. You could just add you could add the whole deck to your Atraxa deck, and you're doing very well.
Get this. How many times at our local shop have you lost to the dude who plays the upgraded Salmon Frodo Precon? Like, I freaking play that guy all the time. He's playing that deck all the time, and it's like, oh my God.
Well, that's George.
Sure.
George with no G's. He's from Serbia.
Oh, yeah. He would have no G's.
Yeah.
Just J's.
That's right.
Yes.
And a D. DeGeorge.
DeGeorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our buddy Darcy with an apostrophe because he fancy.
Yeah.
That's French for Darcy. Or something.
Played against that deck last night.
And it's freaking good.
Yeah, blew him out. Oh, blew him out big time.
Oh.
Yeah.
You love blowing the J's, baby. Yep. I like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I took him downtown to Chinatown.
Oh, yeah.
Bought a bunch of
Serbia town?
Bought a bunch of knockoff merchandise. And some delicious food. And then left him there to die.
And remicrowaved it 3 times.
Yes.
Until it was as hard as a brick. Then you put it in a frickin' CCO t-shirt and clubbed him over the head with it like he was Max Crandell.
I ate the rice. I ate it. Although, if you can keep it kind of moist, if you put a little soy sauce on there, because then it gives it a little moisture, and then it stays not hard. You know what? It's like, instead of eating slivers of coconut, it's like eating old rice.
Moist, rice, hard, coconut.
Must be the CCO Pre-Show.
Max Crandell? I don't even think producer Gary knows who Max Crandell is.
Man.
What an idiot.
Max Crandell or Gary?
Who am I talking about?
I haven't thought about Max in a long time. But the point is, the decks are good, and that's why we're kind of focusing on the cards. And last week, I kind of let it get away from me because I'm so excited about Final Fantasy VI. And I knew for a fact that I was probably going to get carried away with 7 as well. So we're going to save that until next week. We're going to do 10 and 14 tomorrow. Because all I know about 14 is what 5 call the motto at Angel, or Aaron told me last week. And I've only played through 10 one time. So I know who everybody is, but that's it.
Need I remind you? Oh, we'll be getting carried away.
I mean, yeah.
That's what we do.
It's how we do things around here. But
yeah. You've got beer in the fridge. I know that.
I do.
And I have, that's a little bit of a secret for the listeners at home. I have beer in my car. So we'll be getting carried away.
So the point is, are you going to stay for the stream with us for a little while?
Oh, maybe. You know what?
Smitty's coming. Ben might come.
Oh,
Noah's going to be here. It's going to be a party, man. We're gonna beat Star Tropics tonight. I realize that.
Smitty?
But people who are watching this, you can check us out. Twitch.tv/DufferNavMedia. You can check out some of our stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're playing Final Fantasy VI over there for anybody who's interested, and we're going to beat Star Tropics tonight.
Never heard of her.
It's going to be good.
My family is garage sailing in Martinsville.
Why?
Because that's like their thing. I don't know. You ever just like, you know how different pocket communities around the town or whatever have like community garage sales?
Yeah.
You can hit up like 15 garage sales on one block or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But in Martinsville. And Rebecca's meeting her friend who moved there, and they got rocks for our rock trench that we're building. So she's off picking rocks, which is actually funny now that I say it. And I was just going to go, and this sounds like an excuse, though it ain't. I was going to go build a fence.
But
doesn't that sound made up?
Wait.
That's like that's like saying my buddy John Smith. Totally made up. I'm going to go build a fence.
I knew a John Smith.
We know a Joel Smith.
Do we?
Well, not anymore. His dad was 2-time Juno Award winner Lyndon Smith.
F.U. Joel's last name is Smith?
Yeah, totally frickin' made up sounding, hey?
Yeah, there's no way that's his real name.
No.
No wonder we can't find him. He's in witness protection. Where else would you get a name like that?
Yeah, the FBI just made his name Smith so everybody could find him, so nobody could find him.
Exactly.
Yeah, when everybody's unique, nobody is.
Exactly.
Or when nobody's unique, everybody is. When your name's Joel Smith, I guess you freaking can be found or cannot be found. Man, you remember when he came to FU Smitty's last time at Christmas and
Schrodinger's Joel.
Yeah, he bought that big ass freaking candy cane of just fireball shots.
Yes.
Were you there?
Yeah.
I had 3. How many did you have?
I don't remember.
I don't
So
know.
it must have been several.
Yeah. Remember that time we were drinking tequila at FU Smitty's and we had all those shots lined up on a paper plate because I was doing the thing where you pour them all like this and you go over all the different cups and I spilt frickin' everywhere and everybody took their shot and then there was one extra
Shot of tequila in the plate.
in the plate. And then somebody drank the plate. It's like the Tim Hortons commercial. Then I ate the bowl.
I think that wasn't the night that we tried to do open flippy, like legit open flippy with a whole box of the first Modern Masters or whatever.
No,
And
that
we
was a different night.
Just got accidentally hammered.
I think you threw up.
I did.
I think you might be the like the last adult I've ever met who threw up at like a children's party.
I doubt it. I'm sure somebody's thrown up at the house and we just haven't.
Oh
noticed it.
yeah, okay. Here, leave it in the comment. This is how you win the booster pack game.
Oh yeah. When was the last time you threw up at a house party?
Yes, if you've never been to a CCO experience, but have you ever thrown up at a CCO experience?
A sink guy. That's what we call him, sink guy.
Oh, frick. Besides him, because that was the next day, and he never drank beer. He's just a hard liquor guy. So I'm not counting that.
That's one of my favorite stories. Because it was such a beautiful day. It was such a beautiful day.
Silence, and everybody's just chilling on the couch. Just wait.
It was just this beautiful day, and we're just chilling. It was so good.
Oh yeah.
I will never, ever. I will be eternally grateful to Jared Sink Guy Conforti for doing that.
Man, and you know what? It's like watching funny videos of people getting hit in the nuts.
Yep.
It's always funny.
Yep.
And
Or old people slipping on the ice.
no, I don't like that. I don't
I
like
do.
that.
I
No.
fucking love that
But
shit.
when you hear somebody gag or puke, you instantly know what that is. Like there's only one thing that sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's always funny. Like when somebody's gagging, that's freaking funny.
Why is that the one unique sound we make? Like, is it sex? Is it tennis?
I can usually tell.
Is it exercise?
Like a grunt of exertion.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
You know, like there's so many sounds that are like that, but
That are like
but,
a grunt of exertion, but I can tell the difference.
But when somebody's like heaving and just heave hoeing it all day, like you know exactly what's happening because there's only one thing that sounds like that. I wonder why that is. Like of all of the unique sounds that the human being can make, why is that the one? Why is it that one?
I don't know, but you know what I just thought of is
Why can't we make a great sound when we're happy?
I just thought of like, you know how parakeets or parrots or birds or whatever birds, cockatoos can make sounds like what we make.
Mhm.
They can't talk, but they mimic the sound that they hear because birds can make such a wide variety of sounds.
Yeah.
What if there was just a bird who made the gagging, heaving sound, hey? I guess
they already sound like that.
crows already do that. Crows and magpies already, and ravens already do that.
Do they have crows and magpies everywhere? Another way to enter the CCO booster pack game, where you can win a CCO sticker pack, CCO token pack, or a plain old crummy pack of magic cards. Do you have crows and magpies where you live? Like when we say crows and magpies, do people even know what we're talking about? I think ravens only live like up north.
Yeah,
kinda where we are.
everybody knows what the common crow is because they are so unanimous or so populous across pretty much the entire world. But like, is it the North American magpie? I don't know. they're black and white, and they steal eggs from robins, and they eat garbage, and they are like a scavenger bird, like a crow.
They're crows,
or
but
a
small
magpie.
with white on them.
Yeah, but not as smart, because like people don't give crows enough credit. Crows are the smartest bird.
Yeah, they're very smart.
Even if they can't make a wide enough variety of sounds for people to think that they can talk,
They totally can.
crows can communicate with each other. They can solve puzzles. They are the smartest bird. And ravens are, especially where we live,
Yeah.
ravens are like crows, except they have bigger beaks and
they're 10 feet tall.
and they're so big, man. You ever go to Thompson, Manitoba? They call them Thompson turkeys. They eat garbage and they just grow. They don't stop growing. Like freaking magpies are like bigger than bald eagles.
Ravens.
Ravens are like bigger than bald eagles. They're freaking huge.
That's sick.
Their heads are like bigger than like my head.
We should get one and make it live in the studio.
No.
could
No,
be our
'cause
friend.
no, it would constantly try to escape and eat our stuff, and it would get into everything, and it would try and make nests out of all the cords, and it would destroy the place.
What if it didn't want to escape?
And I don't think that you can like litter train birds, so there would be also shit everywhere.
No. That's the one. Because I feel like we could probably convince the bird that didn't want to go anywhere. This place is pretty rad.
Oh yeah, for sure, because
Right?
there's
Like-
food around here.
Yeah,
There's enough food that it wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he'd want to chill and like hang out. He'd go out in the backyard and play with Maggie. Right? He could just,
We could have Maggie and the magpie.
yeah, he could
That
hang
could be a
out.
segment on Dufferin Avenue Media Network.
Exactly. That would be super fun. You just have the crow like sitting here. We get him a little hat,
Yes.
a little toque or something. He'd
Yes.
have a little vest.
At war with magpies out there right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're at war with magpies here because they're
Yeah.
terrible.
I'm at war with magpies because they chase away all the native birds at my acreage when houses are being built, because magpies come in and like steal all the garbage, and wherever there's garbage, magpies and ravens come because they think there's going to be food.
They're stupid.
No, because they're smart.
They're stupid.
Because humans are stupid and we just leave our refuse everywhere. And to nature, like a bird who lives in nature, is like, oh, that must be a food source because there's stuff everywhere. There's got to be something. Maybe a dead animal. Maybe a piece of a chicken wing scrap. Maybe a frickin' empty chip bag. Right? Like,
Is there? I know that there are funnier things, but for the sake of this conversation,
yes.
is there anything kind of more funny to watch than a bird like trying to get that folded up chip bag open to see
Oh,
if there's a
man.
chip in it? It's very fun.
Birds are so funny.
I like
birds
watching
are
them.
disgusting and terrifying, but also funny. Yeah, kind of like throwing up.
Yes.
Disgusting and terrifying, and sometimes painful.
I have a bunch of chickadees that live near my house, and they go onto my bird feeder.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they hang out on my deck, and then they hop around in my plant beds and stuff.
Man,
they're pretty fun to
when
watch.
I used to work up at Fort McMurray, there would be ravens big enough. They'd sit up on the light poles, like in grocery store parking lots, and everybody drives a truck there because it's up, like it's a northern blue collar working community. So everybody's got trucks jacked up with the nuts on the freaking ball hitch, right? Trailer hitch.
Not only do they have little wieners, but they're driving around in giant cocks, and they want everybody to know that it's a giant cock because they add balls to it.
Yes. I think it's more of a meme now than anything. But anyways, these ravens would sit up on the light post. People would put their groceries in the back of a truck. And from the time it takes for you to get into your truck, like you put your groceries in the back of the truck, and they know, because this is how smart they are, to not fly down there when you're outside your truck. But you close the door of your truck to drive away, and they swoop down and they'll attack your grocery bags. And they'll steal your freaking food. So people would like put boards over top their grocery bags or put them in their front seat or whatever
Can you imagine having to do that?
to fight freaking turkeys off that are like,
Yeah, to fight
Yeah.
birds off that are stealing your damn food. You gotta have like Cletus in the back seat with a gun. Just like,
yes, and you can't shoot them because they're scavengers. They're like they do like road cleanup and garbage cleanup and stuff. My brother's old boss had to apply for an exception at the golf course to shoot ravens and magpies and crows because they would steal people's golf balls from the green. And he's like, I have to shoot these things.
Because they thought they were eggs?
I maybe
No,
I don't
they
know.
felt stupid after they
One
cracked the egg
time,
open.
actually, one time they were having a grill at the golf course, and he's got the barbecue like this, right? He turns around to get the stuff, and turned back around. And the time he turned around, a bird swooped down, grabbed his steak, and flew off.
Awesome. And birds are awful. They're just awful.
Yeah. Unless it's Maguire deck. That deck's kind of cool.
What?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, he's a 4/4 flying vigilance. Gives other birds I control vigilance.
Sounds fake.
Costs 2 less if I drew 2 cards that turn. It's a good card. Underrated.
Remains fake.
Great in Lord of the Rings Limited. I think that's why I built a deck around it. The deck's not that good. That's some magic talk.
That's some magic talk. You know where else we're going to have magic talk, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow on the CCO show proper, episode 493,
Yep.
we're going to talk about Final Fantasy, the deck. I think it's Esper, that's 14.
Yep.
And some other fucking color, that's 10.
Yep.
And we're going to do that tomorrow. Hit our theme song.
Bye-bye.